Hello, welcome back to another episode of Awakening with Soulspirational. My name is Tish, and today's episode is about Reiki self-care. I know that some people have been attuned to Reiki, but they didn't receive formal classes, formal training. There are some practitioners, maybe they learned how to give Reiki to others, but they weren't taught how to apply Reiki for themselves. If you are a non-practitioner, if you've not been attuned to Reiki, you can still follow along and do what I'm doing here today. Truth of the matter is, Reiki is universal life force energy. It flows through each and every one of us. It flows through everything. So you can do what I'm doing here today, regardless of whether or not you're a Reiki practitioner. Before we get started, let me just say, please forgive my long microphone cord here. Hopefully I won't jostle the camera around too much, but I wanted to give more of a full body visual here because I'll be going through the whole body. So first and foremost, I would suggest doing a connecting and grounding meditation first, because when we do this, we are taking the time to go inward. Again, we're going to connect above, and then we're going to ground into the earth. If you are unfamiliar with connecting and grounding meditations, I have episode 2 is my meditation, the connecting and grounding meditation. So you can either go to my website at soulspirational.com, click on the TV episodes tab, and you can find it. If you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you'll find it there. Again, episode 2. Or through WCTV, go to myvibit.com. Pull up Awakening with Soulspirational, and then just go back to episode 2. And again, you'll find that connecting and grounding meditation there. We don't have time to do all that for this particular episode. So one of the things that you can do is to take a couple deep breaths and bring in that energy. So I'm going to kind of walk you through that. So first, just take a couple of nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And as you exhale, just allow your body to relax. So again, and relax. So now I tend to see better with my eyes closed when I'm going into meditation. So I would suggest go ahead, close your eyes. And I'm going to ask for you to imagine that above you is a beautiful divine light. You may see it as white or as golden. This is your connection to God, to Source, to the universe. This is the light that is always flowing through you. But it's nice sometimes just to make that, to consciously bring that beautiful light into our being. So if you would, as you see this beautiful light above you, I'm going to ask for you to imagine on your next in-breath that you're going to inhale that light. And this light is true, pure, unconditional love, and it's healing. And it's also infinite, so you're not going to use too much of it. But as you inhale, imagine or intend that you're inhaling that beautiful divine light. You can bring it straight on into your nose and allow that light to fill up your head. Inhale more, allow that light to fill up through your neck, and then bring the light across your shoulders. And then imagine that light is flowing down both of your arms, into your hands. So again, imagine or intend for that light to flow straight through your hands to the very tips of your fingers. But then bring the energy to rest in the palms of your hands. And I'm going to ask for you to bring your hands together in prayer position. Then put your elbows up if you would, because the energy just flows better when the elbows are not pressed against the body. And then you can just kind of repeat the visual where you see the light coming down through the head and neck, across the shoulders, down the arms, into the hands, into the palms. And just really intend or imagine that light building up between your palms. Now, if you are a Reiki practitioner, you can go ahead, if you've been taught symbols, you can go ahead and place them in right now. So you can place them into your third eye, or if you want to place them over your head, however, or over your heart, your solar plexus, wherever you want to place the symbols. You can go ahead and do that now. And then allow the symbols to flow through you if you'd like. And what we want to do is, when we're doing self-care, as much as possible, start with the top of your head, and you're just going to work your way down through your body. And again, if you aren't a Reiki practitioner, that's fine. You're going to use this divine light that is flowing through you, that's coming out of your hands. What you can do is start at the top of your head if you'd like. Send that beautiful divine light straight on down into your head, into your crown chakra. And when I do this, I like to just see that light just fill up within my head. And the great thing is when you're doing self-care, again, make every session yours. Whether you do a quick 2-minute session or whether you want to give yourself an hour session, make it yours. I'm going to go through certain hand placements. But when you're at home, you may feel like placing your hands in different parts. That being said, it's your body. So feel free to place your hands directly on your body if you'd like, or just off the body, whatever feels comfortable for you. And you can mix that around. So you may want to have off the body here. When you get to the ears, you may want to actually place your hands onto your ears. Do whatever feels right. Go by however you're guided. So again, just have that light flow through into your crown chakra. I like to bring my palms over my eyes. And if you'll notice, my hands are V'd. That way I'm not blocking my breathing airways. And I'm just imagining this beautiful light going into my eyes. Now you can also place intentions. So maybe your immune system has been compromised lately and we're going into flu season. So you can set the intention that you are going to release anything that doesn't serve you. You can set the intention that you are building your immune system. Maybe you've had a slight headache, so you can, and in fact, if you have a headache, if you haven't watched my subtle energy videos before, right while you're giving yourself Reiki or energy, if you have a slight headache, just go ahead and move your hand around that area and just state the intention that you're pulling out any of that pain or discomfort. I'm just going to ask for you to remember that whenever we remove something, we always want to make sure that we see it filled back up with light. And I'm also going to ask for you, if you get to different places on your body, if you're doing this for pain, for example, maybe it's your elbows, or see your elbows completely, perfectly healthy and whole, and that you have total mobility with it. You're just setting that intention as you're sending that beautiful divine energy through your being. So as you send it through your eyes, you can bring your hands over to your temples and just imagine that light going straight into your temples. And bring your hands over to your ears. And as the light is flowing through again, and I do this at different places when I'm around the head, where I'll see like the pineal and pituitary glands, like the light is just cleansing them. Everything is nice and healthy and open. And if you've been processing a lot lately, you can ask for clarity right while you're up in the mind. I do also like to place my hands to the front and back side of my third eye, the brow chakra. So I am really big on chakras. To me, I like to be able to at least get through all my chakras when I'm doing self-care. But again, do what feels best for you. I like to just see and feel that divine light just flowing through the front and the back sides of the chakras. So then now, as you've sent it through the top, the third eye, the temples, the ears, you can imagine that you're just sending that light straight on down through your head, right on down into your throat. So you can send that beautiful light into your throat. And imagine that it's just running up and down if you would like, pushing out anything that doesn't serve you. If you feel as though your voice has been more constricted or restrained lately, you can imagine that your throat is opening up. Or maybe you feel like you've been saying too much lately. You can bring your throat chakra in or bring that energy in. But do it from a place of love, which is this divine light anyway. So bring it on into your throat. And again, I like to feel into the front and the back sides, sending that beautiful light throughout. And then you can bring your hands to your shoulders. So you can place your hands up around your neck, down and into your shoulders. Again, you're just sending the light straight on down. And when we get to our shoulders, that's where we carry a lot of our stresses or burdens or things we should do. We talked about the shoulds in a previous episode during Soulful Sunday. Then we have the word should and we add ERS, we get shoulders. So when we hear ourselves saying, I should do this, I should do that, it's like we're just compounding that pressure onto our shoulders. So you can even imagine when you're in your shoulders, like you're releasing anything that isn't yours or anything that you've put upon yourself that is unnecessary. Just imagine releasing it. Again, fill those shoulders back up with light. And then when we get to the arms, you can do them simultaneously and just have that beautiful divine light coming out of your palms, running right on down through your arms. Or you can even do one arm at a time. Whatever feels right for you. And then just send that beautiful divine light all the way down again to the tips of your fingers. The other arm as well. And again, you may find that you want to stop in a place where you're experiencing pain. Go ahead and do that. Again, imagine just scooping out that energetic block that may be in there. Fill it back up with light. Do whatever feels right for you. And then now let's get into the torso. And again, I'm kind of working around my microphone cord here. But go ahead and you can place your hands on your upper chest. And when we go into the upper chest, this is often where we are carrying anxiety. You may find that if you're somebody who experiences anxiety, oftentimes you're feeling it in the upper chest. So you can send that divine light into the upper chest. Now, if you do feel a tightening, if you do feel a heaviness, again, go in and just scoop it out. Just state the intention, you know what? This doesn't serve me any longer. Scoop it out, release it, send it into the earth to be transmuted, and then send more of that divine light in. Again, we want to just fill up anything we've removed. And also, as you're doing the front, it's really hard for a lot of us to reach behind ourselves. If you can, great. Place your hands behind you, in this case, behind the upper shoulders, and send the light in. Or, if it's too hard for you to reach behind, as you're sending the light in from your palms, imagine that it's going straight through your upper chest to the back side of your chest. And you can even imagine, like if you're feeling some aches and pains back there, allow that light just to kind of push it out and see it just go down into the earth to be transmuted, or intend for it to be so. Now, if you're a Reiki practitioner, and if you do know the different symbols, you may find that when you get here, when you get to the upper chest, there may be certain symbols that you want to place within your chest or any part of your body as you go through. Again, you can make self-care as short or as long as you would like for it to be. But now as we moved it through the upper chest, let's bring it down more into the center of the chest. So we're just allowing that beautiful divine light just to continue to flow down. So when we get into the heart center, the heart chakra, again, just allow that beautiful divine light to fill up your entire chest cavity. And as it expands, if maybe you've suffered some kind of heartbreak lately, let this beautiful divine light soothe you, comfort you. Let it show you that compassion. If people haven't been nice to you lately, or if you haven't been nice to yourself, see that divine light flowing through you in your heart, giving you that sense of compassion, love, non-judgment, kindness. Just allow it to fill you up. And again, when we get to the center, I like to really pay attention to the heart chakra, the front and back, any organs, if you've been having any health issues, even today is Halloween of 2017, so maybe you've come down with a cold or the flu, but if you feel like you have some congestion in your lungs or in your chest, imagine that you're scooping it out, revitalizing your lungs, cleansing out up through, your bronchial tubes, up through the esophagus. Just get it out. Let it go. Just let it go. So send that beautiful divine love light healing throughout your chest. Then you can bring the energy down into your solar plexus. It's right down by your diaphragm here. Again, front and back. And if you can't place your hand to the backside, just imagine that that light is going completely through you. Send that beautiful, loving, healing light in the solar plexus. And again, as it's filling up, allow it to fill up every organ, every muscle, every bone, every tissue within that region. You're just going to continue sending the energy down your sides. Go down into the sacral chakra, which is just below the navel. So you can send the energy there. Now let's say that you have a bellyache or your side's hurting. Spend some time, keep your hands right there in whatever place that's bringing you discomfort. Otherwise, just allow the energy to flow through. Or if you have kidney issues, send that beautiful energy in your kidneys or down into your lower back if you've been having lower back pain. Bring that light, that beautiful divine healing energy into your hips. When I get into the hips, I kind of see chakra points on either side of the hips. And when I'm working with the energy, it's like I could almost put a dowel straight through from one hip across to the other hip, where you can just see the energy flowing. Because sometimes we have a hard time deciding which direction to go in life, or allowing our hips to guide us or to carry us. So I like to really see free-flowing energy within the hip region. Just allow that beautiful light to flow through. And you may absolutely be getting different visuals than I am. Fantastic. Go with what feels right for you always. This is about you. It's self-care. You're taking these few minutes to take care of you, to stop and allow this divine, loving, healing light to flow through you. So go with whatever feels good. So then now when we go into the legs, as we're sending the energy down, again, you can do both legs simultaneously, or you can do one leg at a time. So whatever feels right for you, you're going to bring the energy down through your hips. The main thing is that you are covering the entire, in this case, your thighs. So every bone, every muscle, every cell within your thighs are going to be infused with this loving, healing light. And you're just going to send it right on down into your knees. I like to open up the chakra points, center of the thighs and into the knees, but again, do what feels right. And then we're going to go down into the lower legs. So what you can do is, if you want to bring one foot up at a time, whatever feels right, go into the calves as you're bringing that divine light through you. Send it down into your ankles, really feel the energy. I like to feel it kind of flow through from one side to the other side of my ankles. And then bring it down to your heels, the soles of your feet, into your toes, your balance. Now, if you haven't already grounded, as we haven't here, what you can do is you can set the intention that you're opening up your foot chakra, the arch of your foot or the bottom center of your foot. Just take the intention you're opening up your foot chakra. And then when you place that foot down, you can come back over to the other foot, or the other leg, because we want to make sure that we get both. So go ahead and feel the energy running down through your knee, down through your calf and shin. Kind of coming down into the ankles. I'm going a little quicker just because I want to make sure we have enough time for it all. Feel the energy flowing throughout your ankles. Again, going down to the arches of your feet, top and bottom of your foot, center. Bring the energy out to your toes. And again, you can go back to the arch of your foot, to your foot chakra. And again, state the intention, you're opening up your foot chakra. And when we do this, when we're opening up, the crown or the foot chakra, whatever it may be, you can see it like a lens of a camera opening up. When I'm doing the crown or the feet, I like to imagine a beautiful flower opening up. So whatever imagery works for you. So with your 2 foot chakras opening, you have this beautiful divine light flowing through you. Now what you can do is imagine that it's going to continue to flow through you and out your feet, through the floor, down into the earth below you. And you can watch these 2 beautiful light streams as they flow deeper and deeper into the earth. And when you get to a point where you feel safe and secure, you can imagine roots coming out of each one of those light sources and attaching to the earth. That way, it allows you to feel even more grounded, more centered. So you just send those 2 light streams down. So then when you're done with that, you can give yourself a little bit of an aura cleanse if you would like. You can go through and open up, or the chakras, work with them a little bit more if you choose. Do, as I've been stating probably too obnoxiously as I'm repeating this, do what feels right for you. If you want to stay 5-10 minutes into the heart chakra, then do that. I'm just kind of guiding you through the process so you have an idea what you can do at home if you're not already practicing as a Reiki practitioner self-care. Some of us, there may be some who think that I have to give myself an hour treatment, so I just don't want to stop and take the time. No, give yourself a 2-minute treatment. Do a quick connect above and below. See that light flow through, down your arms into your palms. Cleanse your hands. Should have stated that at the beginning. We always want to cleanse our hands with energy. But then you just go ahead and allow that beautiful light to flow through you. Pinpoint it. So again, if you have a headache, or if you have lower back pain, if you've lost somebody, or you've gone through something that has been upsetting for you lately, you can send that beautiful, loving, healing light into those places. If it is the immune system, go ahead and strengthen the immune system and really push down into the root chakra, which is at the base of your spine. Really fill up the root chakra with divine love and healing, stating the intention that you're perfectly healthy and well. Feel and see that energy flowing throughout your being. Again, if you want to, if you do this in the morning and you want to start your day with energy, vitality, set that intention. Allow the energy to move a little faster if you choose. Really getting things going at a little faster pace, always in the highest and greatest good for you. So we want to stipulate that as well. That which is in the highest and greatest good for me. So again, if you get to something you want to scoop out, just remember to replace it with that divine light. Always see your body as completely healthy and well. Now with Reiki, we don't claim to cure, treat, diagnose any ailment or illness. But what we're doing here is we are focusing and we're using our conscious awareness to go within our body, our own body, as we're pulling in that beautiful divine light to help affect healing, whatever level that may be. And really, of the soul, the different things you may find as you're going through your aura, that your hand gets, you feel like your hand just wants to, like it's snagged on something. Go in, scoop it out, let it go. So yes, you can do an aura cleanse. What are you holding on to? And you can state that intention sometimes as you're going through a self-care treatment. State the intention that you want to see what you're holding on to. Again, what is in your highest and greatest good, but what you're also ready to release, what you are ready to let go of. State the intention. Go in there, pull it off, release it. Now, whenever we're doing Reiki, it is a really good idea to spend a lot of time up at the head, a lot of time down at the feet, although you may find other times again where you want to spend more time at the heart center, for example, or into your knees. When you're doing a regular treatment, just kind of really pay attention to what you're sending through. While you are sending this light, you can also be scanning. Just scan, what are you feeling? So if you do feel some pain in your head, where is it? Is a source of that headache coming up? So you can really get in there, release it, or at least get to the root so you know how to make changes. You're going to run through, scan your body. And if as you're scanning head to toe, what is my body feeling like? You may get caught up. Maybe it's in the solar plexus where you feel a burning or that your stomach is knotted. Stay with it. Send Reiki. Send this divine, loving light into your solar plexus then. Untie that knot. Release that knotted stomach. As long as it's in your highest and greatest good. When you're done, if you've called in your guides and angels that a lot of us will do with Reiki, give them thanks. But always thank yourself for taking the time to do self-care. I know a lot of people think that it's selfish to take care of ourselves, when the truth of the matter is, the more we take care of us, the more we have to give to others. So I'm asking you to just take those 2 minutes, the 20 minutes, an hour, to give yourself treatment, energy work, Reiki. Send that divine, loving light throughout your being. And again, if you are in an upset mood, you may feel like, oh, I don't want to put that back in. But when we're using that divine light that we've called upon at the beginning of this episode, where we're bringing in the divine light into the crown, or we're just breathing it in down through the body, then it isn't ours. So even though we may feel a little off, we're not using our energy anyway. We're using the energy of that beautiful divine light. So thank you so much for watching today's episode. I really hope that you've been joining me at home. The great thing is, if you want to try this later, you can go back again to my website, soulspirational.com, click on the TV episodes tab, and this will, depending on when you watch this, it'll be, just look for episode, I think we're on 23 now. And you can go on in there, or you can go to my Vibit, WCTV's website, my Vibit, look for Awakening with Soulspirational, and look for episode 23. Again, I believe it's episode 23, but it'll be marked as self-care. And that way you can do this anytime you want. So if you want to pull this up a few times, just to help me guide you, where I am guiding you through the process until you get comfortable enough, fantastic. That's why I put these videos on here, so all of us can grow. We can all learn something new, or even if maybe you're already a practitioner, but you just haven't given yourself a treatment in a while. If this helps to encourage you to give yourself a treatment, then I've done my job. So thank you again for watching today's episode. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Again, my website, soulspirational.com. You can email me at info@soulspirational.com. So until next time, thank you, be well, and namaste.